Well, congratulations, Max. Just talk me through the feeling when you crossed the line and didn't make it in time to do another lap. Were you worried, or did you feel like your first lap was good enough to do pole?
I was actually okay. I was just a bit disappointed with what was going on ahead. Just a lot of people were leaving like 10 to 12 second gaps, which you can't really anticipate that it's that big. So then, we missed out by a couple seconds, which, it's not ideal, but luckily, of course, it didn't matter.
We were struggling with the car. I think that was just pretty evident from the outside. Q1, we were pretty slow. Not a mile away from getting knocked out, and Q2 and Q3 we were just fighting the car a lot. It was just difficult. I don't know why. Just quite a bit more tricky than it was yesterday. Obviously some conditions changed, the wind changed a little bit, things like that. But it was tough. And I don't have a delta on my dash, so I felt my first two sectors were a bit meh on the final lap. You try and do the same as the lap before because it was good. But you have just different problems every single lap, which is part of our issue. And so I don't know if I was up, down, what. So I knew I had to just hit and hope for the last couple of corners and try put it together. And I made I think some good improvements to my previous laps. I'm happy to be P2 because it quite easily could have been a lot worse today. It felt worse, so I'll definitely take it for that reason.
I'm very happy, especially the way we worked as a team. I think we turned a very tough situation around, especially yesterday in sprint qualifying. We struggled a lot. The car was really difficult to drive, and today was in a much better place, so I was really happy with that. But we need to understand exactly what is due to this amount swing of performance, because it's a really big swing of performance, from struggling to get into Q2 and Q3 yesterday to being pretty close to pole without the traffic in sector 2 today. So it's a very big swing of performance, and we've got to understand the full extent of it. I've got some answers. I don't know if the answers I've got are as powerful to justify the whole amount, but we'll look into it.
Truth is, I crossed the line. I was pretty happy with my lap. Of course, there could have been more potential in it, but that's the case for everybody, and especially on a circuit like this. So I'll take it. Tomorrow's a new day. Need to get around turn 1, and as we saw today, anything's possible.
And from what you learned from the race pace earlier today, does that give you a lot of confidence that you could turn yesterday P5 into P2? Could you do P4 into the win?
Well, the sprint ended up only being about 10 laps long, and tomorrow we've got 50 odd laps, and we didn't see McLaren. So I'm not going to say I've got uber amounts of confidence going into tomorrow, but I don't think we're in a bad place.
Look, we had a big improvement compared to yesterday. And so I'm really, really happy. I'm really grateful to the guys in the garage because we made some changes going into the session. The car still wasn't quite right throughout qualifying, and I had massive understeer from the beginning, so bit by bit I was adding wing. So the car kind of wasn't exactly where I needed it at the beginning, and towards the end it got a little bit better, but it's almost too late that you learn that you get that confidence. But it's okay. I think our processes were much better, and so for us to be 3rd and 5th, I think is a real step forward.
Tricky session. Didn't really feel terribly comfortable out there, and I think the lap times show. So tricky session, but it's still a long race tomorrow, and a lot can happen. So we'll try and make up some ground there.
Where were you lacking the confidence? And is it a confidence that you just didn't really feel like the car was doing what you wanted it to do?
Just a little bit unpredictable. I think it was very tight for the positions ahead of me. So I think, compared to yesterday, it didn't feel quite as comfortable or as quick. But some things to try and look at and see why it was so tough.
Lap 1, I had on the main straight. We need to see what happened with the DRS, but it didn't open, so I did the whole straight without DRS and lost a couple of tenths. And the last lap, just the front tire didn't really work, and I struggled a lot with the understeer. So it's a shame because I was hoping for better, but we look forward to tomorrow.
Still a bit miffed by this morning, but nice to come back with a result like that this afternoon. We bought an upgrade on the car. We didn't run it on my car in FP1, so I also missed a bit of learning on it. I was also learning the track. Even through Q1, I was not driving very well at all. So, to squeeze through into Q3 and then actually do a good lap in Q3, I was really proud of that.
Yeah, very good laps today. Again, in quali, every single lap was mistake-free and very solid. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to build that maybe P8, P7 that we would like to start tomorrow, but we know we have always a bit of a weakness in quali with our car and a strength in the race, so hopefully tomorrow we can get those positions back.
The car felt good. We repaired the car from this morning with the same specification, and the car behaves well and as expected. So yeah, happy with the car, and we made some progress in Q1, Q2, and then in Q3. Yeah, shame that within 1/10 I think we could be P7, and probably that 10th was in the car, to be honest, because the last attempt we got confused with the timings out of the pit lane. We thought that we were on the red zone in terms of timings and be able to cross the line. But then I crossed the line with 15 or 18 seconds margin, so I pushed way too much in that lap, thinking that I was on the limit. So yeah, probably was there, but let's see tomorrow what we can do.
You know, after what happened this morning, to just get back in the car, you know, get it out of the system and work again a bit, you know, at this amazing track. So that was good. Yeah, decent quali. Just unfortunately the last lap not quite as clean as it needed to be. So yeah. Not perfect or as good as it could have been, but still, you know, a decent race car.
We had a very fast car. We just got hit by a massive gust of wind at the start of the lap, and then yeah, from there it's you're trying to make up lap time. So it sucks. The car has been very, very quick. So unfortunately, it's one of those things. Obviously, we're all dealing with it, but we get hit at different points, and unfortunately, it's cost us quite a lot of lap time.
Traffic looked tricky out there. Yuki was saying that there was a couple of points where he caught you and that kind of cost him time.
What, me? I've absolutely no idea what he's talking about, but I think traffic is always a little bit tough around here, to be honest. But this weekend it's been something that we've all been dealing with. We got hit real bad yesterday in Sector 1. I can't possibly think where I could have been to be in front of him, but yeah, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, for the Lawson, it's always as usual story. It's just so always do some purpose, and you know. So yeah, it's him. I don't care about him, to be honest. It's more like Alpine was just literally on the way, and I don't know what's happened there. Maybe miscommunication from their side, but yeah, just seems like it just went out from the last second. So it just lost a lot of lap time there. I think without that I would be in the Q3. So yeah, just I just can't have normal qualifying so far. It's just really frustrating.
I think there was probably another 10th and a half. I think for 13th we could have challenged. Yeah, was a driver in the first sector, didn't really. Yeah, I think between drivers we know the places which are better to let pass. High speed is not necessarily the best, and I think he could have done a better job. But anyway, that's what it was. And then the last corner, I struggled a lot in Q2. Drifting a lot, sliding, and compared to my Q1 lap, I slided and lost the tenths there. So I need to check exactly why, if we went too fast in the out lap or the wind or whatever. But yeah, it felt slightly worse in Q2. But I think overall, still Q2 ahead of the quali, we knew it would be difficult to get in, and managed to get both cars in. So I think as a team, it was a decent quali.
It didn't really feel good, honestly. I'm really struggling this weekend just to find the right setup. I think that other two for practice, I really need them this year to get what I need from the car, and we can get them. And we are trying things in qualifying that doesn't, always work. I think today just didn't really work or go to my way too much, and I just struggled this weekend to find consistency, to find the stability I need, and that lack of grip and feeling. I'm just really struggling to get it. So yeah, work to do. Hopefully tomorrow we can be a better day.
This weekend I have just been struggling a little bit to find pace. I've been getting more and more comfortable with the car. I think my first and second sector, they are quite strong. But then I get to that third sector, really struggling there. Just not having really the confidence with the car that I had other weekends. but it is what it is. You cannot always have the best confidence with the car. I think we have been nailing it for quite a while already, and it has been just a tough weekend.
Not much to say really. We were just too slow from start to finish, struggling with the consistency of the car and and how much confidence it gives through the high-speed section. Really, I had to drive with some margin to manage to complete the lap. Otherwise, the rear is very loose, and I'm about to lose it every corner. So that's what the difficulty was. I mean, I think it was a little bit better than how it was yesterday, but not quite enough. This is what we need to look at.
Just how tough was it out there to try and get a lap out and keep it in the white lines?
Yeah, just track limits. So.
When you look at the kind of the pace of the car and what you had, did you make many changes between to try and make things better for?
No changes. So yeah, I mean, we were through, but just the track limits was a shame.
Need to kind of review it a little bit. Obviously, a mistake on my side. There's no one to blame but myself. We changed the diff. We found the issue with the car and we fixed it. But then, in fixing it, you basically created a totally different car, and it was like the first lap out again of the weekend, trying to understand every corner. Why is it so different? You obviously don't have many laps to hook it up. I thought I hooked it up as well as I could have, but made a mistake in the process. And obviously, I think if I just understood it a bit better and got into that rhythm with the new car, let's call it, would have been okay. But yeah.
Just talk me through that moment when you kind of lost the car, you felt it going, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a surprising snap, let's say. Nothing I could have done to catch the car differently, but definitely something I could have done before the corner. Just misjudge it, and honestly at this speed it's unforgivable.
Could see how frustrated you were banging the steering wheel. Just how annoying is it? Because clearly the car is faster out here, isn't it?
Yeah, the car is fast. That's why I'm really. It's hard to, let's say, to be on the bench while others are driving. I really want to be out there, so yeah, very frustrating.